on. Is this thing recording? Well, that red light is flashing, so it must be. What's up, you guys? It's me, Tammy Chocolate, back again with another video. And today's video is a special request from Miss Kabil. I don't know how to say your last name. I'm not going to assassinate it, but her name is down below. Kabil wrote in and said, "Hi Tammy Chocolate, I am glad that I came across your channel. I am currently in community college and it is one of my dreams to transfer in the nursing program at Howard. Can you do a video on how you transferred at Howard?" And that's all I'm going to read from that. But thank you so much, Kabil, for writing in. I was waiting for a request, so you really helped me with the idea. But today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be touching bases on my transfer from a community college to a university to another university. Okay, I'm going to start in the beginning. I started as a concurrent student at a community college. At the community college, I took 2 classes a semester where I did great. I ended up passing all my classes with A's, nothing below that, so 4.0 GPA coming straight out the gate. And so I was excited. When I graduated, I was accepted into Bowie State University. From being at Bowie State University, unfortunately, I only gave it 2 weeks because I was still like I'm not going to say a bad child, but I was kind of smelling myself. I wanted to see what I could get myself into. And I didn't really like authority at all. I didn't like anybody telling me what I could and could not do. And so I ended up leaving Bowie State University and coming back to a community college. From there, I stayed at the community college, I would say, about 2.5 years. From that 2.5 years, I didn't get any of the grades that I needed to. The way that they taught was a way where they kind of required us to learn things ourselves and then use the professors as just a resource. And so that didn't make any sense to me, and that's not the type of learner that I am. I'm very interactive. My professors are pretty much like my go-to, so that didn't work for me. I ended up leaving that school, and I was supposed to be registering there again, but I ended up saying, let me go back to Bowie State University and try again. I went back to Bowie State University and I was already registered, so they let me right in, signed me up for all the classes that I needed to take. And from that point, I was on go mode, like I'm starting over, I need to get my GPA up. And from 2 years at Bowie State University, I started there in spring of 2015. I left spring of 2017, so exactly 2 years. I brought my grade point up to a 3.3, which was great. So I ended up leaving Bowie State University, not by choice, but I ended up leaving Bowie State University because I applied for the accelerated nursing program, and unfortunately I was rejected. You heard that right. I was denied, and my heart was crushed. And me being who I was, I did not apply for no other schools because I had so much faith in Bowie State University. I was like, I'm not applying for nowhere else. For what? I already know I'm getting accepted. My counselor had kind of talked me into saying that, oh yeah, you're definitely going to get in the program. So I thought that I was just going to get in. And my denial letter, they told me, oh, due to competition, you haven't made the cut. And so it was kind of like a stab in the heart. But my mother, she picked me up. And she said, this is not the end. She's like, you know, the original school that you wanted to go to was Howard University, so we're going to apply for Howard University. So I went and I met up with the director of the nursing department, and she told me it was about 4 classes that I needed to take because Howard University required different things than the school that I was previously going to. And so when I went there, I was like, I gotta take 4 classes, but I was so determined. I was like, I have to do this. And so from going there, she gave me 2 lists. One list telling me what classes I needed to take, and another list, I'm trying to hide my information, but another list telling me all the things that I needed to submit with my application into the school. Okay, and so the classes that were required at Howard University were general chemistry, general biology, human anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, microbiology, nutrition, college algebra, pre-calculus, and introduction to statistics. And that's just the natural and physical sciences. Next is the psychosocial sciences, and that required psychology, human growth and development, introduction to sociology, marriage and the family, and humanity and fine arts. You had to take composition 1 and 2, and introduction to speech communications. You had to pick 1 African American prerequisite, and you have to pick 1 literature prerequisite, as well as 1 fine arts class. Okay, and so the things that I didn't have on that list were my nutrition, because my school that I was going to didn't require that, because nutrition was one of the courses inside of their nursing program. So I had to take nutrition. I had to take a fine arts. I chose music appreciation. I love that class. By the way, if you're thinking of one that you need to take, you could pick that or like Spanish or something. And I was not about to get any bad grades, so I was like, I'm gonna take something that I connect with. So I took music appreciation, the nutrition course, because it wasn't required. I also had to take a microbiology course because I had received this C, and we don't do C's. We're gonna bring that up real quick. So I took microbiology as well. That was the only C I had, so they wanted to see how dedicated I was, and I was showing them I'm dedicated to this game. And so what else? Course. Oh, and I took the marriage and family course, which was actually pretty easy. And so those were the courses that I needed to take. Over the summertime, it was a 10-week time period, and I took all 4 of the classes, and I passed every class. I ended up, I think I got a 3.75. Like, I did great over the summer. And so I was excited. I turned in my application. With the application, they require you to have a complete separate application, which is just into Howard University. So you have to apply for Howard University, complete all your prerequisite courses, a minimum GPA of 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. You had to achieve a minimum science grade point average of 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. Have all your sciences that I just named. Successfully complete the TEAS exam, which is the test of essential and academic skills. You had to submit a personal essay. I put my heart into that essay. You had to also attend a personal interview, and this is after you turn in your application, and submission of all your official transcripts. And that's, oh yeah, and a completed report of medical history and immunizations. I had everything except for my transcripts because, of course, I wasn't done with all my classes yet. But my director, she knew the kid she was ready, and she was definitely going to give it all to get into the program. And so I had finished most of my classes. I still had to get my transcript though, but I had went in for my interview. My interview was on a Friday. I did my interview. I can't tell you exactly all the questions, but just know you need to know what it takes to be a nurse and know why exactly you want to do this. Is this your passion? Is this something you're just doing for money? Like, it's things like that. Like, you have to dig deep. And so It was a great interview. I did great on my interview. I tell you, I lie to you not. I broke down at least like 2 times in the room because that's how passionate I was about getting into the program. This is something I had wanted so much for all of my life. And so I had did my interview on that Friday. On Sunday, I had got an email saying that I was accepted into the college. On Monday, I had got an official acceptance into the college. And so I was so excited. I was ecstatic. I was just overfilled with joy. And so it was it's not going to be easy, but if it's something that you want, you'll put in everything that you have to, and it can be easy. With me, it was a leap of faith. Howard University, it isn't an elite school, but it's up there, and it's a well-respected school. It has a lot of clout around it. I love my HBCU. I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything in the past that has happened because it molded me and it shaped me to be the person that I am today. I'm so proud of how far I have come so far in my journey. Like I always say, and like I said in my personal goal statement, it's not about how you start the race. It's all about how you finish. Slow and steady wins the race, and I know for a fact that I'm going to make it. And if this is something that you want, I know that you can make it as well. And so just put your heart into it, put your all into it. Know that it's not going to be so easy. It's not just a piece of cake, but it's all worth it at the end. And I'll probably say that in every video that I say about Howard University or the nursing program. It is well worth it in the end, especially if this is what you really want. And this is coming from a brown girl like myself that's going through the same thing. I didn't think that I was good enough from my rejection, but I held in there, and I'm gonna make it. And if this is what you want, you're gonna make it too. But wait, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give me comments on what you want me to talk about. Make sure you subscribe to that channel so you can see when I'm updating you about Howard University. Ain't you? You know. Ain't you? You know. I know.